Namaste, everyone. Namaste. I'm trying something new and blue today. So let's see how this goes volume wise. Um, to follow up on my note from yesterday, which basically said we need these problems, if you will, in our life in order to discover or rediscover um, the antidote, the other side of the problem, which is the other side of the coin, which is what we might prefer, what we might gravitate toward. Yeah, yeah. So, a meditation today, shorter than a full on nidra, just to look at where we are as we enter what many of us are fearing, a time when already strange and not unforeseen, but certainly unwished for things are happening in our world, in our country, even though I send this from Canada. Um, yeah, yeah, so lots going on. And can we take these few moments to find the peace, the calm, the resilience, the bliss, the joy, the happiness within, throughout, along with the unhappiness, the pain, the grief, the anxiety, the fear. So find yourself a sitting position, comfortable, or lying down, or standing up. Whatever position makes most sense for you right now. Feel your weight as it settles into the floor, settles into the earth. Pay attention for a few moments to this whole body. This body that walks us through life, walks us home. Where the head and the shoulders, the arms, the torso, the butt, the legs and the feet, and inside the heart and the lungs and the intestines and all the stuff that mostly does what it needs to do without our help, interference. So rest with this body. And throughout, if any thoughts come, if your mind starts to run off with itself, if you can notice and come back, notice and come back. And said it's like a flower. You go out to the end of the petal and come back to the center, out to the end of the petal and come back to the center. It's been said many times. I remember Sharon Salzberg saying it, that the amazing thing about meditation is not ending thought. It's noticing when thought is happening and coming back to the breath, coming back to the body. Now bring awareness to the breath, perhaps at the nostrils, the tips of the nostrils as breath comes and goes. Noticing the temperature of the breath as it enters, the temperature of the breath as it exits. Noticing thoughts if they're arising. There's nothing wrong with their arising. They will come. Do you follow them? Do you get sucked into them and think them? Do you get caught up in the story that they're telling? Or do you notice and come back to the center? Back to the breath. A thousand times noticing, a thousand times coming back to the breath, back to the center. And now, bring your awareness to the spot about 2 inches, give or take, below the belly button, below the navel, to the hara, the center, the space within which we can find our center, our peace, Bring your awareness there. And now from that place, notice what you're feeling. Are you anxious? Are you at peace? Are you afraid? Are you unbalanced, ungrounded? Are you balanced? Are you grounded? Notice where you are. And now notice that from that hara, through that point below your navel, imagine there's like a river flowing through it. And you're just something that the river's flowing through. So notice the water flowing through, flowing by. And perhaps in your imagination you can become part of the river, part of the water, just flowing along. Water flowing. And notice on the surface of the water there are waves, and perhaps it's hitting some rocks and getting all bubbly and gurgly and doing what water does. There might be leaves floating down the river. There might be chunks of ice flowing down the river. Imagine that all these waves and spray, rocks and ice and leaves and current and rapids and such things as we float along as the river. These are all those things that we may not like, that we may shy away from. All those sides of the coin that we'd rather not experience. All that stuff, all that anxiety, all that fear, all those emotions. And then since you're the river, Just move down below the surface to where everything is running smoothly, quietly, peacefully, joyfully. Krista Tippett, in that note yesterday, talked about deep time. That we talk about being in this moment. And there is this infinite universe out here that we're part of. That what's going to happen in this moment is going to happen. We may not like it, we may like it. Yet below the surface, in this deep time, running through all of it is peace. And what I certainly need to do, and perhaps what you can do as well, is when we remember the breath, when we remember this river that is always flowing, this river of the universe, this river of our life. That in all of the chaos is also peace. Is also contentment. I think I sent something out a little while ago from Ram Dass that talked about people fighting for peace, people angry for peace. Can we just be peace? Can we remember to flow peacefully through our moments, through our days, through our interactions with others? We have a choice. As to what we tune into, where we put our energy, give outside stuff way too much credit, when certainly I have a choice and you have a choice how you'd like to spend your time here. So yes, there's fear. Yes, there's anxiety. Yes, there's unknown. Yes, there's happiness. Yes, there's peace. Yes, there's bliss. And through it all is this river of peace. Can we, once in a while, be that river of peace? Can we together, some of us, all of us, in this little bitty group, can we take our peace and share it? The Buddha did it, and we can too. I honor us all for trying. I honor us all for trying. Namaste. Be well. And remember, remember, take care.